Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX setups for today. So we're not quite the same as the S&P 500. We sort of flirted here at the top, and I'm going to give you the level that we were bouncing off, but then we went into the close. So there's the level that we were bouncing off. It's 18,554, and you can see how we were bouncing off that. But big up, big down, big up, and then we started going down, but then broke to the upside. So I think what you do need to do is just put this level in where price is at the moment. It's this previous high, and that's just before the chaos started in July. So you can see the massive fall we had in July, and then all of a sudden everything's fine, basically 3 weeks later. So yeah, one other level I want to put in is a pin bar. There's massive pin bar here, and there's a lot of structure at this level. So those are levels we're looking at. We'll get to them now. I don't think I want to be jumping in long up there. You definitely want to be looking for an opportunity lower down. So just looking at the weekly, you can see it's been a slow grind to the upside through the whole week, but it does highlight another potential level. So I would expect us to find some support somewhere. I don't think this area, oh, we've already got a level there, don't we? Yes, we do. Let's just put that in. Okay, so you can see the amount of levels that I've got in at the moment from the week. We were bumping ahead, and then we shot through after hours. And that's the important factor here, because we're going to jump straight down to the hour, because you want this kind of stuff to happen during the markets, and I might be wrong. Oh, it did happen during the market. So we got above there during the DAX market, and then we obviously would have closed up there 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we would have closed pretty much in this zone where we are now. These last 3 hours here, 4 hours was after hours. So the cash market closed here. Now you can read this two ways. This is either a sorry, just get rid of the cursor. This is either sort of a head and shoulders. You can see left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and the neckline is kind of a messy one here at 18,580. Or alternatively, you could read it as a range. This is the bottom of the range, and our top of the range is roughly there at 18,640, and we are just ranging after a strong move up. So from an hour perspective, you can see Friday was a very strong move up above a pretty critical level at 18,583, and now it does look like we're kind of holding this. I think you've got another level at 18,554. You can round that off to 18,550 if you want to. That would also indicate a bit of support, and then just get your anything that looks interesting, like a long tail is always going to be interesting, because there was some serious action there. Some sellers really tried to get in there. They did it twice, and then we broke through, and they did it 3 times actually. There's another pin bar there. So this zone is fairly strong. So that's 18,555 and 18,540. That's where I would be looking for an opportunity to buy. Then obviously this 18,583 area is also something we need to be paying attention to. The other option is to wait for a break of 18,640 and a retest for an opportunity to jump in. So those are the opportunities that I see at the moment. And if we drop down to the 15-minute, there was just nothing on Thursday, and Friday, took Friday off as well, but nothing really there to write home about. And you can see this level wasn't really respected that well. There's a pin bar here, then a big bar, then a pullback. So this was the US market chaos. After hours, it was just all over the place. So I would be a little bit cautious about jumping in here. You could drop, DAX loves channels, so that would be the bottom of the channel. That takes us right the way back into the zone. So I think this is the zone I'd be paying attention to. 18554 and 18540 and 18600, which is where we are roughly at the moment. Well, we're just below it at the moment, but that's what I would be waiting. So if we do find a base here at 18583, I don't think I'd take the long. I would wait for a break of 18600, a pullback to come and test 18600, and if that held with an inside bar, engulfing bar, pin bar, then we're looking for a move up. Lastly, just a very important observation here. Look at these three reversals here. So this one is a piercing pattern, gap down, closed up above the 50% mark of the previous red candlestick. That is a very strong setup. That this is a not quite a piercing pattern, you call it an engulfing pattern, and here's another one. So it's a gap up and close above, gap up, close above. So three very strong indications that buyers were stepping in here on Friday, and no indication that they did not sell out at the close of the trading. So just pay attention to that. That does look like people scaling in. You can see a lower low, higher low. So just looking at that structure, any break above one of these current highs of the morning, so the first one of the morning, which is at 18620, would be something very interesting, because that's just a little bit too close to the top of the range for me. But definitely 18600 is a key level to be paying attention to. If we drop below this 18583, then you're looking for support all the way down here. Well, not all the way down here, but in this zone at 18550 area, 18540, 18550. That's what you'd be waiting for, and that is a very strong area of support. Anyway, that's kind of my view for today. It's typical Monday, so it's going to be muted, so just be cautious and be patient at the same time. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.